Hello, ladies and gentlespoons. Just waiting for the usual YouTube advert that pops up at the front to finish playing before we get chatting away. So bear with me a second, just waiting for the, as I say, the YouTube advert to stop playing. Needs, must, and all that, trying to support the channel. So give it a wee minute or two and see who all pops in for pretty much a random sort of midweek live stream. So hopefully now it's all live. Just type up live in the chat. Then I'll know the advert's gone. Quite a few popped in already. And hi and welcome to Smooth's random midweek live stream where we talk about stuff that guys don't usually talk about. So, first in this evening was my good friend John, aka Gordon's Alive. Yep, so GB's Model Zone is in. He's moderating, so do behave, or he'll bump you out in your arse, basically. Fraser Green's in, going evening all. Robert Justin, oh my good friend that sent me that lovely the things we don't talk about. Where's he sitting actually? He sent me, it was, I can't mind if it was, I think it was a birthday. A wee while ago, he sent me one of these things that's not a model, but it's a thing. I can't remember what they're called. Somebody might be able to tell me what these robots in disguise are. But yeah, I've never built one, and I fancied this one. And Justin sent me. I still have to pick a paint scheme for it, mate. So there you go. So that's that out the way. Who else have we got? Bollocky Buff is going evening, gents and smooth, and a cracking old friend of mine, Festa's in. How you doing, Festa? Hope you're well. Just in some of me settings, everything working. So straight up. Oh, what's this? Oh, I need to send that. That's right. Straight up, I need to send big thanks to Mr. Stephen Potter and Mr. Kenneth Sturrock for still supporting me on Patreon after I've not really been doing much. Transformers, that's the one, Fraser. Transformers in disguise. Nice to see Festa in. So yeah, tonight, although it's a model making channel, and I'm still trying to get back into it, and I've been doing. It's a bit of a weird one. I'm a bit of a hoarder, so I've been clearing the house a bit, and I still haven't quite got to doing the man cave bit, the revamp. I will get there. But I think the last time I was on was a fortnight ago, and I did like a Tuesday sort of random live stream. I think I'm doing every Tuesday. I don't even... What day is this? Is this a Tuesday? Is this a Wednesday? It is a Tuesday. Okay, so I'm on a Tuesday. So I'm hoping to do like a regular sort of Tuesday thing. Just a wee thing, just a wee couple hours chat, whether it be I've actually got back to the bench, or just general, and as Gordon saying, them fighting suited thingamybobs. Yes, the things we don't talk about. However, Gundams are a great fun model to build. Just the click together thing doesn't sort of suit me as a model. It's more of a toy, but there you go. Till you paint them. Once you paint them, they're a model. So, welcome everyone. Have you been, if you're in the UK, we've had like 3 whole days of summer. Now, tomorrow's supposed to be more of the same. I've managed to get my bike MOT'd. I've been out my bike, doing all the twisties, really enjoying myself. Still kind of struggling for motivation to do anything model making wise, but, John Reeves is in here for her situation. How you going, mate? I'm just waiting for your Welsh get reply. So yeah, I'm just checking me chat. No, it's not showing up. Why is it not showing up? Give me a second. Just going to do something. Give me a mail. Still doing all the setups. I'm kind of out of it because I've not done it for a while. I maybe need to refresh the page actually that I'm looking at. Right, let's go back to there. I actually feel like a bit of a noob since all of the updates and everything. I never know quite what is happening with this stupid thing. So any topic is available tonight. Doesn't have to be model making related. But I thought I would touch on mental health and how it affects us and how it helps people like myself who have problems carry on with stuff now. I'm just trying to, right, okay, just bear with me a second. I'm just checking a couple of settings. Right, okay, that's not okay. Skip the ads. No, I don't want YouTube Premium. So yeah, as always, the super chat option is available. You do not have to use it. And I'm going back to getting this up to normal. Right, that's that. Pop up the chat. So Colin, young man, have you did you finish the Voyager? I'm interested. It's been back in the box since we started. I think the last time I did anything with it was with you on a sort of late night private live stream, and I was drilling windows out, and I've done nothing since. So did you manage to complete it? I think it was kind of a group build. Let me know how you got on with that. By the way, congrats on the whole e-models thing. It's a big commitment to put time towards that. I don't know myself if I could actually commit myself to that these days, but so it's nice to see Colin in. Thank you for going hello. Right, I think I've got all my chat sorted. Hello, everybody's saying hello to Colin. So yeah, what's everybody up to? Apart from beautiful weather's out, I've had my first COVID jab, which I didn't have any major things that happened. Frankie Goes to Hobbywood is in. Again, thank you, Frankie, for helping support the channel. Thanks for popping in. Good evening, Terry, and everyone in the chat. Now, Frankie, I've noticed you're doing a lot of the German Audi type cars now. I don't know if they're die-cast or whatever. You've been popping pictures up. Are they die-cast or are the models? What is it you're doing? I know I love your garage thing, the way you've got it. You need to post me the link for that wee ramp, though. Fetish saying no, still on the shelf. It was put away when the group's parted. Oh, that. Oh, wow. Right, okay. I take it the fire engine is in a. I know you did. You sort of cast. Colin and I were talking about now. Right, give me 2 seconds. I'm just actually going to go and pull the model. I've taken all the stuff off the top of there. I've put it through in the living room to enable me. I want to dismantle this bed and get out of the way and put shelves up. But there was a model that Colin and I were discussing doing. So I'm just going to go and grab the box and pull it through. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Oh, there's one. There's actually two models that we're talking about. Give me a second. I'm just, they're quite big. I'm just putting them down on the floor at the side of my seat there. And sorry about that slight intermission. I'm just going to blow my nose. I'm just going to catch up on chat. Brad Peebles is in. How you doing? Hi, guys. Hope you're keeping well, Brad. Hi, Fester. Love your channel. Thanks for all the content. Yeah, Fester's got some really imaginative stuff. So, yeah. So, many moons ago, because it's hard to think I took a year out because of the COVID shielding, and as I was talking about briefly and sort of the title mental health, my mental health is, I've had like 3 good days. Today's been a bit shitty, but you know, I'm managing to get stuff done in the house. But anyway, there was a while ago when we were doing the sort of private live chat type things, I showed Colin this model. Can you see it? So 1/24 scale, HLF 20 various 4x4. It's basically a European fire tender, fire truck, you know, fire engine, whatever you want to call it. And I said to Colin, I says, "Oh, that'll be good for LEDs and all that sort of thing." And I kept on at him, and I kept on at him, and I kept on at him, and he thought, "Fuck it, I'm going to buy one." But you know what I'm going to do, Terry? I'm going to open the doors, I'm going to make the steps work, and I'm going to make the left-hand drive dash into right-hand drive dash. And I was like, "What? Really?" Excuse the French. And he did. The last time I spoke to Colin, I think he'd cast, out of resin. I don't know if he was... But he managed the left-hand to right-hand thing, but there's still a lot to go there. We're going to do it as a buddy build, and yeah, nothing's got anywhere. Another one that I persuaded poor Colin to get was this one. Okay. The Revel 116 Samba bus, basically known as a Volkswagen T1. That's the earliest one with split screen. Now, I do know there's a lot of people have built these, but we were talking about some really crazy and random ideas about these. So they're still sitting there, along with, I've done nothing. So, yeah. Frankie's saying the red and green Audis are 1/18th scale die cast. The Audi kit I'm doing since a few days. Oh, it's a Taglieri Audi Quattro and 1/24th. But I think it'll be a civilian car at the end. So you're not doing the rally thing then, Frankie? Hi, Colin. Professor saying, birthday pool present. I can't remember, mate. It's been that long. Brad Peebles is in. Yay! Right, give me a second. This thing isn't working, as it often happens. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. Hobby Barn is in. How you doing, Hobby Barn? He's going, "Hey, Terry." For some reason, my live chat, I think it's actually my Tinterwebs is being a bit of a bitch, is the correct terminology for it. So I'm just trying to get my live chat sorted. Bear with me, people. So I'll put that like that. Yeah, it's still not quite working. Yeah, so Hobby Barn. Remind me, Hobby Barn, where are you from again? And what's your general builds? Yeah, Colin, I haven't been able to keep up on YouTube lately. What are you doing? E-models building out, or what are you building at the moment? Yeah, Frankie, you're the same as me. Decals, absolutely. I mean, right, did they talk about decals when Colin's on? Because he can stretch anything, anywhere. You know, you can get this big, huge decal that's going to crinkle on it, and he just goes, nah, call blimey tumblers, you just fucking do that, and it's fucking on. So, yeah, aye. Colin's not scared of decals. I think he doesn't like shiny, but he's not scared of decals by any means. You just need to look at his transit van wrap with all the toolkit and all that in the back. Yeah, he's not scared of decals. I am. Kentucky, USA. Oh, cool. Is it thunder and stuff across there at the moment, Hobby Barn, or is it quite nice? John Reeves, just because you're a Honda lover, we all know that Honda lovers are basically, you know, they like scooters and stuff. They like to feel the wind in their vagina. Here to go here situation. Yes, it's as a slightly orientated adult stream. Apologies for that. I do take the mick out of some of my friends. And John likes Honda motorcycles, which means he must have a vagina. Feta saying E-Model's bull tank. You always fancied that one. You talked about that one. And bike build for lives, not doing too much. Yes, the same as myself. The old dog barking on your shoulder, mate. Bobby Barnes saying, yes, rain and humidity is really bad. Yeah, so I kind of put this up as a sort of a mental health type thing because, I mean, the last time I was on last Tuesday, I was in a really good place. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to do a live stream every Tuesday, and then it didn't happen. And I spent all my time in my bed, and it's like the sun's out, and I didn't want to go out on my bike. I've got so many dips and troughs, but I think if I can get back to sticking bits of plastic together, it might help me. I know getting out my bike the past 3 days, or whole 3 days probably of summer, I'm out and I'm banking the bike and getting a bit of brat and all that. I felt brilliant when I came back. It's just sort of today I was a bit of a, I could have done this and I wanted to do that, but today I've done fuck all. John Reeves is going, haha, you big fanny. Oh, suit you, sir. Suit you. Frankie says, Colin did make a decal set for the space shuttle. So no difference between the self-made decals and the usual. Yeah, it's due to the plasticizer he puts on the top for a space shuttle. Yeah. I've got the same stuff that Colin uses, but I haven't really tested it much. I think the last time I used it was on the TARDIS, and that wasn't stretching it or anything. That was just being able to make something, you know, from a TARDIS that looked like a decal. But yeah, he's I believe he's into the 3D printing as well. Not got the money for it yet. Might get into it once I get my man cave revamped. I've actually got room to put one. But all this 3D printing stuff and making your own decals is something that I don't have a lot of experience with, and I'm interested in exploring further. So we've got 17 in just now. Who else is in? There's quite a few folk I haven't said hello yet. Do say hello. As I say, this channel is basically about model making and stuff, but because I've not done anything for about the past year, it's just general chit-chat, catch up, what's everybody doing, what kits are they working on, do you yourself suffer from mental health issues like myself and struggle to get by day? What perks you up? You know, chat about anything. Don't get started on food though. I know what this lot are like when you start getting on about corned beef and mustard sandwiches and all that sort of stuff. The chat will just go mental. So Brad's giving it hello. So yeah, a random midweek. I don't know who's usually on a Wednesday night. As I say, I haven't really had much chance to look at anybody's videos. I've just been trying to think of, I need to get to the bench. So what's going on in the model making world at the moment, apart from Tamiya LP paints? I'm trying to save up some money to get a selection of. Oh, here's a question for experienced model makers. You've got a model that's been sitting on a shelf for a while. You've got partially painted, right? It might be in likes of, say, Tamiya acrylic paint. It's covered in dust, so you want to take the dust off, you want to clean it, but you don't want to take the paint off. So here's a question from me to you. What is the best way to clean a partially prepared model that has paint on it, but dust and other detritus? Is it just straightforward, warm, soapy water and a rinse? If you could give me that information, that'd be fine, because I've got 6 models in the back there that all need it before I can progress onto the next stage. As John Reeves, you bastard, situation, says like an RD. Actually, that's out of the dust that's sitting down there, but there's no point me spraying clear lacquer when there's enough dust to make like little dust bunnies. Have you seen dust bunnies? They're quite cute. They eat dust carrots. Where's John? Brad Peoples going, yeah, it's Tuesday. Freya's going to be mostly the odd Warhammer, so you're still into the Warhamster, mate. Yep. And building them when I've got nothing to do. You've been a bit doing as well, but managed to get some games in and have helped a ton. I thought are you still working with the council, mate? I thought you got a new job with the council. Is that no perked up with the camaraderie and the piss taking that everybody has when, you know, it's like council workers? Your boss are only wee. No, but I took... No, I'm not going into sheep, because last time I mentioned sheep, the viewing figures went down. Although a few people laughed at it, I'm not going to go down the sheep thing. So what has been kind of surprising, even though I've been away for a while, my Patreons are stuck by me, and I'm like, but I've not been putting anything up. It's like, wow. And you guys as well, still posting stuff up, asking questions. I'm a bit slow at getting back at the moment, but I will try and improve that. So any questions, topics, anything you want to chat about? If it involves boobs, I'm in. But yeah. Favourite sandwich at the moment is ham and mustard. So, Mr. Reeves. Sorry, for people that don't understand Irish, that's me talking Irish to my friend John Reeves. What bike you building, you bastard? Situation. Fraser saying, still with the council, job's brought, just a damn chore at times. The stuff coming back to clean just gets out of control real quick. And being left in the warehouse on my Todd sometimes doesn't help. So what are you actually doing, Fraser? Brad, what am I drinking? I've been very good. I've been laying off a drink, but tonight I decided to treat myself with OVD Demerara rum. It's a dark rum. It's quite sweet. It's nice. So that is... it kind of helps me as well. It's a bit of a weird one. Colin will relate. When you're going on a live stream and it's just like you and you're trying to generate chat. I'm quite an outgoing person, but a wee bit of rum or a wee bit of vodka helps the chat flow, and I partake in 1 or 2 nips during a show. I try not to get drunk because then I start ranting about stuff. You're still in a CBR 1000RR Fireblade, right? I need to get myself one of them, John. What's the current price of them? That's the road going Fireblade, mate, yeah? 112 scale. So, has anybody got any model making disasters that they've come across lately and have basically taken the model and made it a shelf queen? That'd be interesting to hear. Yeah, cool bike, John. How's it going across where you are, mate, with the whole COVID thing? You still all locked down, or what's happening? I know Scotland's a bit all over the place because Glasgow's up and all that kind of thing. Oh, wait a minute. Frankie, you've got an afternoon off. He doesn't want to talk about the sunburn he's got in the afternoon at the airport while doing the videos from the German army. Goodbye, Huey. Right. I saw your reference to that Goodbye, Huey. He posted it on his own channel and in Smooth Cave about this helicopter that has, Goodbye, Huey on it. Can you give me a bit more about the story about that one, Frankie? I'm not aware of it. I'm not a helicopter buff. But it looked interesting. Fraser's going, it's like warehouse working, getting the deliveries of the health service stuff, cleaning it from uplifts and returns from clients as well as helping nurses pick stuff for clients. So you're involved with nurses then. Hi, my name's Fraser and I deal with nurses. Jealous much. Brad's going, hey Festa, didn't think you had a drink before the live shows of yours I've seen. It just shows you, huh? I don't think Festa doesn't drink. But yeah, I need a wee bit Dutch courage. I don't think Festa's ever needed Dutch courage, but I think, like myself, he gets very nervous. Although it's kind of easy because you're looking at yourself on a screen. But then when the thought drops in, you've maybe got 30, 40, 50, 100 people or whatever watching, and that comes in, it kind of makes you shit your pants sometimes, being perfectly honest. Fraser, and OVD's quality. That used to be my New Year's bottle. My mum used to get me a half bottle at New Year. Fess is saying, no, he's teetotal, but I'm physically sick before each show. I can relate. Everybody's different. If you're a YouTuber, some folk just do it like, there you go. Me, I need a couple of wee drams. Fester's never had a drink on any show I've been on or any show he's been on with me, but he does get nervous, like myself. John saying, not sure on the price, say about £40, flat out. Ian Belfast worked through the lockdown like printing money. Right, okay, I've lost some here. Say about 40, right, I'm trying to... You've lost me, Mr. Reeves. Or did I ask a question? I've forgotten what I asked you. Oh, £40 for that kit. Right, okay. But yeah, I mean... Fester's been really good. He's managed to carry on through the lockdown. I've just been a pile of shit and in bits, which is the whole sort of mental health thing. I spent, now this has been totally honest, spent 4 months in my bed, only getting up to eat or shit. Right? And then I spent 5 months getting up, but drinking really heavily. Not alcoholic levels, but the problem is I've got a neighbour downstairs who plays music really loud. She usually starts about 3 a.m. and wakes me up, and I can't sleep during the night. So I end up sleeping during the day, which means I'm basically wasting my life. And then the only way that I can sleep during the night and be up through the day is to drink. And thankfully, I'm not doing that now, but I did go through a period where I was drinking really heavily. And most of it was because I was shielding, I wasn't going to the house, and the neighbour downstairs was playing music loud 24/7. I was at the stage, I can't get away from this. I was going to do myself in, but I'm not there now, and at least now in the sunny days I can get on the bike, but it's a freaking nightmare. Right, I'm just going to catch up on chat. Frankie saying German army took the Hueys out of service and they've paid the Goodbye Huey scheme to do a farewell tour. How did the German army get a hold of a lot of Hueys then? Was that because of the American air bases across there, Frankie? And Colin's saying, yeah, I'm housebound since long before COVID. No, it's a case of cabin fever. Yeah. I've been quite lucky. I've got out the past 3 days on the bike, and it's been really, really enjoyable. I mean, I've only done local runs. I mean, I look at a lot of the bike groups that I'm on, like the I Am and that. I mean, I've done the advanced qualification and that, but they're all riding like multi-1,000-pound BMW Tourers that you can sit in like an armchair and ride for 300 miles and go, oh, I need a pee. I've got a sports bike that after 30 minutes, my balls are disconnected, my hands are falling off, and my arse feels like somebody's been hitting it with a baseball bat for 3 hours. So I have to get off every now and again. So I've just been doing local runs. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Some of the roads are a bit dodgy. This is a mini rant, especially for bikers. You don't want roads with grit and gravel and stuff on, because if you're on 4 wheels, grit and gravel, I had a wee bit of a slide, right? If you're on 2 wheels and you hit grit or gravel, you're off. So they've got into this thing now. It's a cheaper, as I say, mini rant, a cheaper way for the council to resurface some bad roads is they have this big tanker going along that sprays out hot bitumen out the back, right? So covers the whole road with bitumen. And then a truck goes along at the back and puts a load of grit on it. Now, the grit can be 3 inches deep at some points. So you imagine you're on your favourite B road or whatever, right? And then you come into a corner and then you see all these loose chipping signs, and then next minute you're in 3 inches of gravel. Yeah. And a local hotspot in Scotland, up at Tundrum, oh Christ, the Green Welly. They've decided now when you come up to the Green Welly at Tundrum, nice roads, all the rest of it, left, right. There's a dedicated bike park on the right-hand side. It's all concrete. It's a decent size. You'll maybe get about 50, 60 bikes in there. And there's a car park further up. So in order for the cars to get up the car park further up, they've decided to put down coarse grit, basically, on the road up to there, which is fine because the bikes can peel off early, go into the entrance to the bike park and park on the concrete, no problem. Apart from today, Police Scotland decided to put a couple of their traffic motorcycle police outriders up there, and they blocked off the entrance to the bike park with their 2 bikes, meaning that motorcyclists had to go over the gravel, and the amount of people that dropped bikes was unreal. So yeah, Police Scotland, use that. So that's mini rant over. I'll go back to the chat. Getting out needs more surgery and back to your prison. Hopefully not too major, Colin. Fraser's got an early rise tomorrow, so he's off. Take care. John Reeves is laughing at sports bike. Aye, dead on. Mate, beat you anytime. I had actually planned a couple of years ago to go across and meet John and go and watch the bike racing. Is it the NCR 200 or something like that, mate? But circumstances didn't allow it to happen. I'm pretty sure my bike would beat yours in a straight line, John. So yeah. Challenge! Frankie's saying, I think most of the Hueys were used as SAR, search and rescue. I got that right. Especially in the German coast areas to be able to reach the islands in the North Sea. I think the big one that we used in the UK, and I've still got to build, is the Sea King. I got sent a Sea King from Black Rifle Model Works. Still got to build it. But yeah, Sea Kings were used until we sort of imported the American type ones. Northwest 200, that's the one. Here to begin, I know. So what are you all building? Apart from the ones that I've already answered, there's only about 4 people speaking, 12 in, which is not bad considering I've not been live for quite a while. Here's one I'm going to throw at you. Don't know if there's any interest. I've been sitting on it for about a year, I'm thinking of opening up my own Model Makers Forum. Now, it's already constructed. It's sat there for a year and done nothing. It's not meant to be competition with anybody else's forum, but is there any point in me opening it up, or should I just keep it where it is? This will be a non-Facebook based, anybody welcome type thing, and built on whatever people are wanting me to do with it. So I've been sitting on it for a while. I've done nothing with it. It's sat there for a year with all the categories and all that made up, but I haven't released it to the public. So what are your thoughts on, is it worthwhile doing, or just carry on what we're doing now with the YouTubes and all that and not having a forum? Or do you think an additional, I know the ISM forum is massive, so it's not a competition to that, but do you think there's any need for a forum from my side where people don't ridicule people and share builds and maybe try and organise group builds and stuff like that? These are the things I think about when I'm in a good place with my mental health. But when I'm suffering, it's like, oh no, I wish I hadn't said that. But I'm open to feedback. Sorry, nobody your old bandit is going to beat my firestorm. It's not a bandit, mate. Hobby barn. Have to go, guys. Just too hard for me to breathe. Too hard to breathe, mate. Do you want to elaborate before you disappear? It's a bit of an interesting statement. Brad saying I'm already in ISM, so won't join another. No, that's fair enough. That's just what I'm trying to put feelers out. Is there worth me doing a separate forum with separate builds? I'm not looking to chase after he's got a team of people that monitor that and all the rest of it. I'm just looking at something a bit smaller. Oh, he's on oxygen. All right, I didn't realise that, mate. Do look after yourself then, Hobby Barn. Take care. Yeah, I didn't realise you were on oxygen. Yeah, sorry about that, bro. So yeah, for me, I'm looking more about not moving away from Facebook, because myself, I don't particularly like Facebook and all the drama that comes with it. And having something separate that is non-Facebook related and moderated and stuff that people can share their joy of the hobby. But there are, as I say, there's lots of other ones out there. So is there any point on me carrying on with the idea, or just let things lie and just do what I'm doing? It's just a wee bit of curiosity for feedback. Festa, did you finish your that wee ball tank thing? I've not had a chance to look at anything, because I know you were excited about building one and you went, see if I get e-models. I want to build one of the ball tanks. Did you finish it? And more importantly, and Colin likes to do a lot of dios, did you do a dio with it? And if you have, I'll need to take a look. So chats went a little bit quiet. As I say, just a couple of hours live stream. I've been on for about 40 minutes. I'm quite happy to keep going on as long as there are comments popping up in the chat. Talk about any subjects you like. I need to remember to put these kits back through in the living room again. Still trying to think about the next kit. Should I finish one or should I start a new one? This is the thing. For YouTube, it's like... say do what you're doing as it's working great, right? So just carry on doing what I'm doing. That's cool, John. Thanks for that input. So I'm thinking, right, I've got quite a few models to finish off. But as far as YouTube goes, some of them I haven't been videoing and that, so it doesn't really matter. Should I get on with a new build of something and actually video it? Or should I finish off what I've got left? I mean, do many of you guys start more than one model at a time? So, like, so the starter model, it's all glued together, right? I can't do anything with that until I get it to paint. And then once it's dry, you'll maybe paint that, and then it's like, well, what do I do now? Start another one. And you end up with a chain of builds. Anybody else like that? Or do you stick to one build at a time? John Paul's in. Hi all. How you doing, John Paul? I've got about, I reckon, six builds there in early stages. Some I've got undercoat on. A lot of it's armour. I've got 2 bikes in sort of final stages that need high quality gloss coats, which with the amount of dust in here, with the lack of use in the past year, is not going to happen anytime soon. And yes, Mr. Reeves, the RD250 is one of those. Oh, fucking John's even getting me with the RD. Look, it was a kit I started ages ago, and it should have been finished. And I was experimenting with different effects. Basically, it was a build that I always wanted to do when I came back to modelling, and it was kind of a test mule. So every time I found a new product, I wanted to strip it back and start again. That's why it's never been finished yet. It's like, oh, this might be better. Strip it back, try again. Rather than just finishing it and going, that's a bit shit. I'll build a better one next time. But when I bought mine was before the RZ 250 and 350 re-release. I paid a decent amount of money for mine. It was basically a vintage motorcycle, you know, and it was like trying to get one where the decals worked. And as Gordon's alive well knows, my decals fell apart, and he kindly sent me some new cartograph ones. John saying, you stick to one kit at a time. I find that hard. But then I'm not like yourself, and I'm going out to work at a regular time, coming home, having my tea and going, I'm going to spend an hour on that build tonight. I'm basically stuck at home. And I don't have ADHD. Oh, look, a squirrel. But I usually get disinterest. I don't know if this is a problem with fellow modelers. Sometimes you lose your mojo and just don't want to build anything. Or you'll start a build and go, I'm bored of that. I'll go and build this. So you've got a lot of kits that are part built, because I personally enjoy the building part. The painting part I'm not bad at, but I don't enjoy the painting. I enjoy the taking the bits off the sprues, sanding them down, and actually taking them from tiny wee thing and building them into a larger structure. That's a bit I enjoy, which is maybe why I've got a lot of people call them half built. Well, basically they're built, but there's no paint on them. So if all models were grey, that'd be brilliant to have loads of completed models. But yeah, I find the building more interesting, and fettling and trying to overcome problems of fitment issues and stuff like that more interesting than actually putting the paint coat down. I'll just catch up with chat. Model. John Paul's got like 14 builds on at a time. Is it mostly cars you build, John? Or is it like you've got 14 builds and they're all different stuff? Planes, boats, cars, all that kind of thing. Frank is saying, you think you've started 10 kits without finishing one of them? You do work hard, but you kind of like me, you get so far and go, oh, that looks interesting. I'll start building that. John Paul saying he hates the prep work. I don't mind sanding and filling. What I do hate, which is why I didn't get any further with the foot is rescribing. I detest rescribing a model. So it's all cars. So you've got like 14 at all different stages. And then one day you'll go, you know what? I'm going to spray a gloss coat, and you'll go, and you'll get about 4 or 5 finished in one day because you're using the same product in them all with clear or something. Yeah, I can relate to that. I'd like to do. I've been watching a lot of. What is it called? It's an American hot rod program. Oh, what's the name of it now? My mind's went blank. He buys old cars and flips them, and occasionally he'll hot rod them all. And I really like that. Oh, what the hell's it called? Johnny's going, afternoon, peoples. Good evening, Johnny. It's currently around about 15 minutes past 10 in the UK, so I take it you're from America. Fired Up Garage. Is it Fired Up Garage with Mr. Rollins? I love that program. I love a lot of the American cars. Now, a lot of the American cars, though, are, I believe it's AMT. And the time you pay all your import and all that, it's not really worth it. John Paul saying he used 2K clear, so I like to have many models ready for it. Yeah, I still don't see the need for 2K clear on a car. Personal opinion. One case or normal clear is fine. Gas Monkey Garage, that's the one fessed up. Johnny's counting cars. John Reeves going Gas Monkeys. I like Gas Monkey Garage. That is a series that I do like watching. And I like watching what they do with the cars and chopping and all that. And although not a car builder, it's got an interesting cars, but it's all American cars. And from what I'm aware, most of the American cars are AMT. And there's not an awful lot of them available in the UK. So with all the Brexit thing and like, oh, I'd love 4 or 5 of these American AMT cars from USA. The time you import them, it's like tax and yeah. But yeah, I think I could have a thing with American style custom hot rod type cars. And yes, he likes it. Oh, hold on, wait now. Where's my beer servant? Yeah, I do like him. What's his last name again? Is it Rollins? Yeah, Gas Monkey Garage. I like that. But the Misfits one's quite funny as well. I don't know if any of you guys watch that, but yeah. But it's all different. It was like they had a European car, and I can't remember what it was. And it's like, you know, it's all metric sockets, and like, what's metric? And they didn't have any bolts. Whereas my toolkit, I mean, I'm a mechanic to trade or a vehicle technician. My entire toolkit is mostly metric. I've got a few AF or, you know, imperial sockets, but my entire toolbox is metric. So it's been quite interesting. Been watching Diesel Brothers. Oh, what channel's that on, John? Here's the situation. I like all the sort of discovery stuff. How are things made? Opal mining, all that sort of massive structures, all engineering stuff. I love all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't want much. I don't watch much TV, but there are certain shows that I do like, and I record on my free sat. Am I showing my age now? Colin, young man, you still there? What's John Paul saying? Doing a buddy build with 2 other guys doing bikes. I haven't built a bike in about 30 years now. Colin will tell you. John will tell you. If you haven't done a bike, build a bike. They're great fun, but you can't do them. If you approach bikes from an armour perspective, where you build everything up and basically spray it all, weather it all, blah, 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 you can't do that. You've got to do it bit engine, by frame, by tank. It's all wee sections and all that. Right, Mr. Colin. I still have to make progress on my big Peterbilt. Was there anything else in your stash that we were kind of going to do a body build on? Can you remember? Plastic Monkey's in. How you doing, Plastic Monkey? Nice to see you. Sorry I've been away for such a long time. I'm trying to get myself back into this. Plastic Monkey is Paul. He's also helping moderate tonight. So we've got a few old familiar faces on. I'm quite happy, actually. Paul Festa, a.k.a. Colin. Gordon's alive. John Bennett's on. It's kind of course, John Reeves. Heard here. Honda bastards. Situation is on. And of course, Mr. Frankie goes to Hobbywood. By the way, Frankie, thank you. Due to your support, young man, I got a new battery for my PC, and it's working. Yay! So thank you. You've supported me a few times about that, mate. So thank you very much. Without your help, it might have taken me a little bit longer and kept me offline a little bit more. So thank you very much. God, there's a lot of shit. So how you doing, Paul? You've been awfully quiet. Actually, I've been awfully quiet. How you doing? What have you been building? And has your missus got her crumpets out tonight? I like crumpets. Crumpets. Moist. Crumpets. Well, anyone got any interesting plans for the weekend? Future builds? Kits you might recommend of a certain genre? Or single women in the area that might be interested? I mean, suit yourself. I've still not got my glasses fixed, but at least that has kept me away from the bench. The fact that close-up work, I'm fine. And I've always got my Optivisor. But when I look down at the bench or something, my glasses keep falling off. It's a bit of a pain in the arse. Arse. Yes, I said it. Paul saying, I'm all right, Terry. I'm here calling. Good on you, mate. Hope you and your missus are doing fine. Is the taxi thing picking back up? Are you struggling a bit? I think this needs a recharge, don't you? For those that remember a way bit back, Paul Shetland and Sue Shetland used to come on here with her, he'd be down in the fucking field and that. My tractor was driving along, the fucking wheel fell. I fucking passing jet you up, full tires strong, get back. Oh, yeah. So they're from down south, but down south, left, south, east. He's popped in to say hello, and I've been taking the push at him. Terry, keep your neighbour out. She's saying, oh, mate, she's got a bra pair of lady garments, but a face that looks like a melted welly. And Colin used to joke to me about Subo and saying, she's in your tune. She's fucking loaded. It's the same melted welly thing. I can't do the melted wellies, mate. Even with sheep, especially if the pockets in the front melt, you're fucked. Been working most of the time in school runs. New person in tonight, Buck Rogers, saying good evening. Good evening, Buck Rogers. Biddy. What's up, Buck? Where are you from, Buck Rogers? And are you into modelling? What's the crack, mate? How are you doing? Hope you're keeping well through this whole COVID thing. Apologies if you hear my chair creaking. It's just because I'm a fat bastard. So any thoughts on me trying to do a regular right? I'm just going to go to the fridge and take out my brain and put it in there to chill for a bit. Any thoughts on me doing a regular Tuesday evening, just random bullshit like this thing, possibly once I get back to building with models in? Does that sound like a plan, or other shows that interfere with that? I don't know. What's this? Thought it was. Didn't you start calling? You're not too big. I can't pit you on my knee and smack your bare bottom in front of everybody. Now, just aye. Gonna no do that. Just gonna no. You cheeky bar steward. Oh God, brings back memories. That aye. Some of the conversations, yes. Buck Rogers, good evening to Frankie. Frankie's popular. John saying, sure, I go live. I don't build all the time. Yeah, it's just nice to sort of chat and goof off with people sometimes. You know what I'm like? It's kind of like, I always put my foot in it somewhere. Because that's just kind of the... But I do think you should all go out, and if you can purchase them, get yourself a pack of jelly boobs. They're absolutely fantastic. I don't know if you can get them on Amazon. If you can, I'll link it in after. But you all need some jelly boobs in your life. Apparently. John, John's going, didn't Terry see her in her birthday suit? I did one evening, John, yes. The old lady that lives downstairs, she's about 70. And she likes her radio. The problem is she likes her radio 24/7. And she likes it extremely loud. So when you're trying to go to sleep at night and it's playing extremely loud, and it's like Wuthering Heights or whatever, it gets to the stage that I want to go to sleep, so I shall go downstairs and gently knock on the door and say, excuse me, could you please turn your music down? So I did that one evening, and she appears at the door with just a dressing gown down, but it was open with a rather large lady charms there, and a rather cobweb-covered and shriveled vajayjay, and a face like a melted welly. And whilst I was slightly aroused at one point, it's that's a triple bagger. You're talking about 2 bags on her head and 1 on mine in case hers burst. It's really that bad. But yeah, when you get as desperate as me, you kind of think, would I? or am I strange? Apologies to any lady people who are watching this stream. I have been locked up for a year and haven't been out. I don't get out much, as I used to say to Colin and John and all the rest of the crew. I don't get out much. Brad, it was only just a joke, mate. Are you away already? It seems we have reached this level again. Bye. Sorry, mate. It was a sheep last time and talking about neighbours with no clothes on. Sorry about that. It's not normal conversation. I just thought it was funny. So you're saying she has a chance? No, Johnny. No, she hasn't. You're showing your age, John Reeves. The old milk tray adverts where they use this sort of 007 guy used to appear in through the window and leave them a box of chocolates and go, milk tray. Yeah, that's going back a bit. Colin, you're just getting a bit cheeky now. He says, my resemblance to Brad Pitt is there for all to see. More like armpit than Brad Pitt, mate. You've got to admit it. But yeah, you've got to have some standards, you know. Even if it's model making, you know, I've got to sand that seam, or yeah, wouldn't touch that for years or whatever. Of course, all conversation here is light-hearted, so don't take it to heart. Although it may be a bit rude and controversial at times. Talking about my resemblance to Brad Pitt. I'm trying to think of a good comeback, Colin, but I'm out of practice, mate. Banter. More like Foster Brooks. Now, Johnny, I don't know who Foster Brooks is. I've been likened to the guy in Back to the Future 21,000 gigawatts when they started doing all this sort of, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know who you're referring to. I've been trying to keep the length in the top. I might just shave it all back. John, I say it if there. When you get to your age, take what you can get. All right, you're a young bar steward, right enough. I don't understand how you think you can get away with that. Old TV westerns. Get off your milk and drink your horse, mother funky. Yeah, John's all right. He's happily married and that, you know. A big dog that'll bite everybody in the backside. All right for some. Mind you, maybe there's a reason why I'm single. Might be the smell. You never notice if you get a new kit, right? You're really excited about getting it, and you get the box, and you maybe caress it a little bit for a wee while. Buck Rogers, this chat doesn't seem very friendly as other ones I've been, so bid you all good night. Sorry about that, Buck. I'd just like a good laugh on this one. Can't all be snowflakes, sorry. Apologies about that. But yeah, you get a new kit and you caress it. And then you open it and then you start building it, and then 2 days later your wife goes, you should really have a wash, you know, and maybe go and get something to eat. But yeah, apologies, Buck Rogers. It's just a bit of banter. We're definitely all friendly in here and mean nobody any harm. We're just all having a giggle. Okay, right. Let's do a change of topic. Photo etch. There we go. Here's a topic. Photo etch. Love it or hate it. Or is it worth it? You buy a trumpeter kit that boasts 376 parts, but 25 of them are photo etch. Oh, but they're all on this little card about that size. You're right there, John. I keep telling my son I need a maid that don't speak English and get French benefits. Better watch out, John Paul. Buck Rogers doesn't like chat like that. That's why he's away. French maid. You just like the outfits, John Paul, don't you? Yeah. Doesn't speak English. Yeah. I don't speak much French either. Just need to use sign language. So, for any of you guys that are into electronics and electricity and stuff, do any of you watch BigClive.com? The Australian guy EV blog, or Franz Lab, or anything like that? Or do you pretty much stick to your model making channels on YouTube? What's that, John Paul? They all understand one thing, Terry. What's that, John? Not a fan of photo etch, but then again, I've not done a lot of it. Some of it myself. I mean, if you're buying a big photo etch aftermarket kit and paying a lot of money for it, then there's a reason for it. But if you're doing like a ship, now I haven't done a ship for years, and I actually enjoyed doing ships when I was in my John McMahon. Hiya, I've seen you popping in. If you're doing a ship, for example, and I've built ships in my younger years, and I actually enjoy building ships, but all ships have round railings. And then they pass you this photo etch detail set for a Titanic, for example. And by the very nature of photo etch, it's like, half a millimetre thick. And when you take the parts out, they are rectangular in diameter. They're not round. So does removing the original styrene round, more realistic railings on a ship, for example, the Titanic, make sense just for the fact that you can say you've added photo etch and made it look more unrealistic? Discuss. John McGunn saying, get a long-hair dictionary, learn a language with side benefits. That sounds interesting, John. Especially the side benefits thing. Yes. What is it? Multilingual or cunnilingual? What kind of language is it? I'm just waiting for the few figures to go. Yeah. Quite like the cunnilingual thing. Speak to a woman with forked tongue. Yeah, okay, right. I'm going to stop on that now, or I'll end up with no viewers at all. Snowflakes. Oh, I've been on an hour. Yay! And I haven't offended too many people yet. Still a few to go. John Paul saying, some of that photo etch is so small you wouldn't even see it. I've got a couple of armor builds there that are like the 6-wheel APCs, and they've got like mirrors and stuff on the front. And for some reason, the plastic stuff broke, so I had to use the photo etch. And it's like, I wouldn't have used it otherwise. John McCunn saying, whatever language floats your boat. Where are you from, John? Do you build models? What are you up to? Hope you're keeping well, especially all this COVID malarkey going about. Johnny mainly watches modelling channels and sailing channels. Do you sail yourself, Johnny? When I get a chance, if it's a certain subject that I'm going to be doing, I will watch model making related stuff to it. But generally, I tend to watch a lot of engineering and science and electrical stuff otherwise on YouTube. So you do go sailing when you can. Good for you. It's not a skill I've ever learned. But I have been out in the water, I suppose. But it's enjoyable, but it's quite energetic as well, especially if you're on a larger yacht when you've got to splice the main brace and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's nice being out in the water because it's very quiet. I mean, obviously you hear the water rushing past the boat, but it's a nice, I'm trying to think of the word, when you've got a nice quiet space to be in. John Paul likes watching people go restoring old cars. I like that as well. Yeah. Especially if it's cars that were actually on the road or I worked on when I started my apprenticeship as a mechanic. Relating back to plugs and points, and people these days goes, what's points? You know, what's a distributor? It's all one coil pack per cylinder now, and all that sort of thing, you know, crankshaft position sensors. What's that? Yeah. Aye. But yeah, old car. Are you talking about old cars in like 60s, 70s, 80s? Or are you talking about going back to really the vintage stuff? We're going back into old side valve engines and stuff like that. It's still really warm tonight. What temperature is it? It's not said yet. Let's see what temperature it is here on Thursday, the first official day of summer, apparently. What temperature do we have? 11 degrees. Is that all it is? It feels warmer. Tomorrow's forecast 21. That's tops off weather. John Paul, Graveyard Cars, good YouTube channel. I'll check that out, John. Been enjoying my enduro bike, playing in the mud. Are you not working at the minute? At the minute, Mr. Reeves. I've got the hiccups, sorry. I seem to have the hiccups. Johnny saying, sailing is my place to unwind and return to normalcy. It's a bit like if I go for a run on the bike. Anyone that rides a motorcycle can understand this. You've got so much concentration on your head about the next bend, where's the next apex coming up, is there a car coming here, reading tree lines and all that things like, I've got this bill or that bill, or, I need to tidy this, all that's out your head. You're just concentrating on the road and the twist. So for me, my motorcycle's my therapy. And I'm loving that I can get out now, because I do forget about all the crap that I've got going on round about me and just get a nice half hour or an hour. It doesn't have to be a long run. The adrenaline rush of the speed and the twists and the smells. If you go through a nice glen in Scotland and you smell all the heather and stuff like that, you miss all that in a car. But on a bike, it's very essential. You get all these smells, and I just love getting out on the bike. And that is my therapy. That's what kind of keeps me sane. And when it's raining, although I'm an all-weather biker, it's not so much fun. Enduro bike, sailing. Outlaw Edge is another good program. Is that on YouTube as well? Yeah. John said it's on YouTube. John saying, yeah, work Monday to Friday, weekend for bike, beers and BBQs. So sun's out, bike's out, John. That's the word, therapy. Yeah. It's everybody needs their own place to escape the demons or the dogs barking on the shoulder, as Colin said. You can get too wound up on what's going on and what you've got to do and what you've got to accomplish. You need something to escape it. And for me, it's my motorbike and going out on a nice twisty road. Johnny likes to go out in his boat and go sailing. I've not tried naked skydiving yet. I was thinking about that, but I don't know if it's a good idea. So, just a bit of feedback. If I was able to get my mental health in a decent enough place, and obviously I'm still trying to get all this done, to do a regular Tuesday night live stream, whether it be me building something on the bench or just general chit chat. Is anybody interested? Would it be worth my while doing? I know I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, but it's just like, I don't want to take away from shows that are already there. But I miss you guys. I like the whole chatting over the interwebs to people and stuff and getting a bit of banter back. I like that whole thing, and I do miss it, and it does cheer me up. I get a bit low the day after for some reason. I don't know why that's happened. Like I said, when I used to do the shows with me, Colin, Mike Mountain, Dave, Where's My Rum Gun, Barker, and all the rest of it, and we'd do a Saturday night show that was brilliant, and you get a lot of people in. On the Sunday, I felt really down. I don't know why I felt really down, but that's just the nature. It's not a hangover, you cheeky bar steward. It's just like, and it's the same when I do normal stuff. I'll go and do something really good, like I'll clear my whole house, and I'll get a lot of stuff done. And the next day, it's like I'm flat. I don't want to do anything. I don't know what that is, but yeah, it's not a hangover, yeah, bar steward. Oh, on some occasions it might have been back in the day, mate. You know. But, Colin knows me quite well, but yeah, I think he's been a little bit cheeky. Yeah, it'd be good for you and get you back into the hobby. That's the thing. Now, here's an interesting thing, right? For as long as I've not built anything for ages, I've not done the. It takes me most of the days these days. It takes me all my time to get out of my bed. That's being honest, right? That's mental health awareness. It's like I can't be arsed. It might be beautifully sunny outside like it was today, and I could go for a lovely run on the bike and all the rest of it, and I'll lie in my bed and just go, I just want to curl up. But we used to do these, I don't even know if they're available now. Google changed it all. We used to do all these sort of, it's like a live stream, but it's not live. A group of friends can sort of join up and just sit and chat and stuff. So I could be sitting at the bench, Colin will be there, Gordon's alive will be there, you know, Mike Mountain will be sitting there, or Fox, or keep forgetting his name now. I'm looking on my thing for it. It's no Team Annette. It's I've not got one of these stickers. But anyway, we'll be sitting and you're bored and you can't be arsed. And then after a bit of chatting and watching everybody else building stuff and spraying stuff and sticking stuff together and stuff like that, you actually start doing stuff yourself. So I haven't done that for a while. I don't know if I'm up for doing it yet, but I need to buck my mojo up. Sorry, I was away dreaming there. Scaling Models is in. Good evening, Scaling Models. Johnny's saying I would watch it. Sometimes work with getting away. That's understandable, but these kind of the live shows, you're either there and chatting and contributing in the chat, or I don't know if you're like me. You maybe be modelling and you'll play it in the background and go, oh, daft bastard, and just do your modelling in the background. That's kind of the thing. He's done some Huey videos. Yes. I was trying to get him to explain more about that. Of course, Colin has built the whole dreaded Huey. What was it? The 124 scale Huey. What one was it, Colin? We were always having a joke about that. There's a Huey that is like the bane of all Hueys that you don't want to build, but he built it anyway. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to a new year. Obviously, half of it's away. The 124th Rebel Huey. I'm looking forward to a new year. We're about halfway through it. I'm still struggling. I'll be honest with you. I'm still struggling. But just trying to get back to some banter, some regular things on the YouTubes, a bit of banter between channels, maybe good builds and stuff like that. I'll work at it. Still curious about, is it worth me doing the forum? Not many has replied, so it's probably not worth doing anything about. We'll see. Frankie's saying it's nothing special at Scaling Models. Right, curiosity's got me the better of me. Scaly models. That's no Mike Mountain, is it? No, Mike Mountain was something else. Who's scaling models and where are you from? And do you like cake? There was also a really talented guy that was up in Orkney. Is it Scott? Apologies, it's been so long now, I've forgotten the name, but he was really, really clever at his models as well. Is it Mr. Mountain? Hello, Mr. Mountain. Right, I'm not up to current events, but if what I've heard is correct, my condolences. Mike Mountain, Tuts, you're not getting called Tuts now. Is there no an I in the middle of the Tuts thing, mate? What have you been building? You're quite an avid builder. Please don't tell me you've escaped to the Warhamster type thing. Please tell me you're building. Mr. Mike Mountain was one of the original members when I started this whole sort of live streaming thing. And it would be like, you would give him a suggestion, and then 2 days later, he's built it, right? So he's actually a really bloody good scratch builder. Now, what actually quite reminded me of Mr. Mountain recently was Frankie Goes to Hobbywood posted up a picture on Smooth Cave of this little 1/24 scale 2-poster ramp that you could get, but it was motorized and actually could lift it up, because I think at the time we always set him challenges. He did this 1/35 scale, but I'm going back a bit now, 5 year 1/35 scale Dio was out in the desert with fueled up and all that, and every time we tell him to build something, he would build it. And I says, right, you've got to build a workshop now. So you build the workshop. And I said, you've got to build a snap-on toolbox. He went, right, what's the dimension? So I've actually, behind my PC here, I'm a mechanic. I've actually got a roll cab and all that sitting there. Sent photos and dimensions. So he built the roll cab and all the rest of it. And I says, I bet you can't build a 4-poster ramp. So I says, right, what do I need? Right, you need 4 U-shaped corners and the main ramp, and blah, 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 and a jack beam going across in there. They fucking built it, and it was gorgeous. So scratch building, yeah. So scaling models, if that's you, Mr. Mike Mountain, thank you for popping in. I know we've all had disagreements in the past. I'm not in a good place to carry on disagreements. I'm struggling just to keep going day to day. I just hope you're well, mate, and enjoying your hobby. You fell down the Warhammer hole. Oh, fuck. Did you manage to get out without any Citadel paints on your arse? I mean, it is a hole to fall down. It's not so much the Warhammer. Now, I've done a few Warhammer or Warhamster things myself, and I love them. I like the wee characters. And it was actually Mr. Mountain that sent me that one that was a mid-sized one that he basically built and went, I didn't want to paint it. Can you remember that? That I painted up and I did some characters. It's not the Warhammer 40k. There's one that's the fantasy side of it. John's away. Okay, guys, I'm off. Catch you all later. Keep up the good work, Terry. Catch you later on here. Situation. There's a fantasy side, and I like the fantasy side with it. I like dragons. Dragons is my thing. But a lot of the kits are really expensive. You're like £100 for a big dragon. Right, just catching up with chat. That was for Huey lovers. Johnny's laughing. Haha, Colin's dragging you back in. I do miss Colin and all the rest of them. It's just my mental health has not been good and all over the place. Ice Queen's in. Good evening, Ice Queen. How you doing? Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's things happen over time, and then eventually sit back and go, "Yeah, we had an argument, but was it really worth it?" There's still some people that I can't stand the sight of. There's a lot of people that I maybe argued with that I can't stand the sight of, and I'm a stubborn old bastard. So yeah. But it's a bit weird that the modelling community is, well, I wouldn't include myself in the top end of the modelling community, but the top end of the modelling community, everybody is pretty well known. So it's quite interesting. So anybody got any topics at all they would like to talk about? Colin's saying there's a few I can say that about. Johnny's going, I work with him every day. Hopefully I'm not in with that lot, Colin. But yeah, I mean, when you have a group of people together, you'll always get conflict. I know that. And I also know I'm not the easiest person in the world to get on with. And then you add into that mental health problems, and you kind of sometimes say stuff that you maybe shouldn't have, and then being stubborn. Do you know what? It's got to the stage now that I just want to try and be happy. But I'm still struggling. So this is why I put the mental health thing up. Some days I don't want to be here. I'll be honest with you. It maybe sounds weird to you guys, but some days I would love to go to my bed and not wake up in the morning. But I do not feel suicidal by any means. I went through a stage of that, and I even tried it at one point. I just feel sometimes my life is pointless. And then I'll have a good day and I'll come on here and I'll chat to you a lot and it's all pretty positive and I go, well what am I talking about? It's weird. Unless you've suffered with depression and anxiety, it's really, this is why I put this thing up tonight, to sort of talk about it. It's a really weird place to be. Your friends are trying to help, but they don't know how to, and you push them all away. When really what you want them to do is turn up on your doorstep and drag you out your bed and go, right, get a shower, get some clean clothes on, we're going to the pub, or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody can relate, but that, yeah. Ice. It's okay having conflict. It's being big enough to sort it. Yeah, but I'm a stubborn old bastard, Mike. Oh, Sue's ice cream. Sue, can you give me some of your pancakes, please, with lots of butter? She's going to give me a slap for that. I've not spoke to Sue for ages. Are there any interesting collaborations going on with builds or genres of builds that I've missed out on that I might be able to join in on that might boost my mojo? Or he's all kind of just doing your all wee group things? Cheers, Johnny. It's weird talking about it. I mean, I struggle. It's a bit weird being on YouTube saying I struggle day to day to wonder if the next day is worth it. Does anybody else ever feel like that? Sometimes when I feel like that, I drink too much. Sometimes when I feel like that, I just go to my bed and pull the duvet over and get up for a shit and a piss and something to eat and go back to my bed again. The whole COVID thing is really, excuse the French, fucked it up, because it's like you used to be able to go out when on your good days, what I would call a good day, right? So you get up and you go, I want to do something. there's my motorbike. Who can I go and see? Or what can I do today that will be interesting and fun? And you would just sort of go, right, go and do it. And then the next day you might have a bad day, but you've had a good day. And with the whole COVID thing, I've been shielding for a year. I did not go out the house for a full year. That's why there'd been no content on my channel for a full year, because I just felt lonely and solitary. Should I be talking about this on YouTube? I don't know. Will it help any other guys that are feeling the same as me? I don't know. I'm just kind of reaching out and hoping that folk understand maybe why I've been kind of missing for the last year, and I'm trying to get my way back into it. Frank is saying, you don't do buddy builds. Maybe I would, but with my work it's too complicated. I think the thing with buddy builds is a lot of the time you're given a time limit, Frankie. So say, for example, we were all going to build Audi Quattros, right? Betamax, whatever. And we all decide to buy the same kit. If you put a 3-month limit on it, and you're a busy man like yourself as a paramedic, you might not get the chance to do all the fine detail work that you want to do to get it where you want. So if you're doing a buddy build, maybe a 6-month thing, you know, it's just all ideas and stuff. You know, it's a 3-month buddy build can be quite stressful. John Paul saying, my son has ADHD, so his hobby keeps him focused. Oh, look, a squirrel. Yeah, I know where you're coming from, mate. I actually think I might have a little bit of it. I don't know. I just think I'm fucked. That's a good Scottish word. Fucked means that everything's broke. Just go with what you've got left. But yeah. So you managed to get him into model making then, John Paul. It's like an autistic kind of thing. It's like when you're really concentrating on something, as I say, like say, you know, Johnny goes out sailing, I go out on my bike, or you're maybe trying to get this seam to seal on the model or whatever, all your worries and all the other crap goes away. And he maybe finds that quite therapeutic, but he doesn't have to worry about everything else because he's just trying to get this wing route to actually seal and stuff like that. So that's when modelling, I mean, the Models for Heroes thing has proved itself. I mean, I'm an ex-military person myself. I don't like to call myself a veteran, but I was in the army. And the whole Models for Heroes thing is brilliant. It gives you a focus to take your mind off of some of the shite for a wee while. That's what I think, anyway. What's you saying? Oh, very nice. I'm afraid I don't have sea legs. I go a funny shade of green. Ooh, a green Sue. Like that bird on Star Trek, the sexy. Right, I'm not going to go into that, Sue, honest. Right, I won't. I'll step back. How you doing, Sue? Ice. Always look at the horizon. Trust me, it helps. Yeah, I'll try. Here's an interesting one. I haven't had a chance to look at Skipper Ted's stuff of late. Is he still doing what I like about his thing? It's the sort of kind of eccentric professor thing where he does his wee guides and all that. Is he still doing that? I love that. Well, hopefully, with the lockdown coming down, he can get out in his boat, because I think he's a boat skipper, actually. Hence, Skipper Ted. And Colin, how's Foxy doing? I don't submit to the whole war hamster type thing. Is he doing okay as well? Hope everybody's doing well, really. It's quite a hard time for everyone. How long have I been on? An hour and 35. Well, I'll go on for about another 25 minutes or so, if there is anybody wanting to chat. If the chat picks up, I'll carry on with that. As always, the super chat's open if you want to use it. You don't have to. I've also got a Patreon channel. I need to start actually doing stuff, I think. I haven't done much, even if it's just a kit review. Maybe someday I should ask who's on, Colin, how you keep yourself motivated. Apart from your e-model, you go on the e-models team on a Monday night, right? And you've always got e-models builds that you're doing. How you imagine to keep yourself motivated the rest of the time? I'm just struggling. John Paul saying, I took early retirement because of the like. Oh, right. Okay. What did you do, John, before that you had to take early retirement? Sue's saying, I need to remember that next time I'm on a boat. Yeah, look at the horizon. Another tip I was told, if you're on a cruise ship, always get a berth that has a porthole. That way, if you're feeling a bit sick, you can look at the porthole and see the sea. Smooth, what is your favourite thing to build? Motorcycles, Johnny. Followed closely, I would say, by armour, and then probably ships. John Paul saying, grocery store study nights. Colin saying, Colin obviously Fester 67's workshop. Pardon me. Close circle of friends and hang out, keep me going. They beat the demons out of me. Mojo up and down. So yeah, you're like me. Up, down, up, down. I just can't commit myself to doing. This is the first time my laptop's been on since I bought the new battery 2 weeks ago when I did my last live stream on a Tuesday night. Hello, Fox, hello, Fox. My name was mentioned a third time. I have appeared. How are you doing, young man? I'm saying young man. You might look like a bearded squirrel with hamsters growing in your chin. I haven't seen you for a while. But a good evening, young man. Hope you're well. Johnny's saying, I'll build just about anything, even Warhamster. For those that have never heard of Fox, he builds these, what do you call them? What's the name for them? There's a swear word beginning with G that you're not allowed to use. It's robots in disguise. That's it. He started off building robots in disguise, and now he's building Warhamster stuff. Warhamster, by the way, is trademark of Gross Models. That's it. I kept forgetting. Yeah, Warhamster is trademark Gross Models. So yeah, it's changed for building randoms to Warhamsters. Everybody's going, hello, Festa Hogs, gun. No, Johnny, that's a swear word. Oh, you do a Friday stream live? Oh, please don't tell me it's Gundams. Please, Colin, it's not Gundams, is it? On a Friday? I'll be totally honest, I have watched no YouTube for a year. Well, I've watched YouTube, but it's all been engineering kind of stuff. Oh, there we go. Fox is going, hello, Johnny. Hello, everyone. Is that right? This is a bit weird, right? It's actually really nice after all this time that Colin, Mr. Fester 67's workshop, Scaly Models, Mr. Mike Mountain, and Model Making Guru, aka Fox, I like building Gundams, are all on the channel. It's brilliant. it just cheers me up, to be quite honest. Actually, folks, I actually thought you did Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I didn't know when I could get a live stream in, so I thought I'll pick Tuesday. Might not be doing anything on that night. I'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'll be honest, so I haven't really kept up with it. To be fair, folks, I've just been trying to keep myself sane, and I don't think I'm succeeding. Where's my potato? So yeah, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I'm sort of, you know who I am. You know, I like building stuff, but I don't want to step on anyone. I'm trying to get. Good thing Colin said a while back to me. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it. I'm trying to get back to enjoying it again, and hopefully I get there. Everybody's giving you all squishies and hugs and. Yep, Colin, exactly what you said. I've just left everybody alone. I had my own issues to deal with. That's why I haven't bothered anyone. I haven't put any thumbs down on any. In fact, I haven't watched many videos. I haven't put any thumbs down on anybody's videos. I haven't put any nasty comments on anybody's videos or anything like that. I just kind of stepped back and just went, "What am I doing?" So there, yeah. I suppose I'm trying to dip my toe back in and go, "Hello, I know you build models, and hi, and hello." And I've been away for it for a year, to be fair. Mike Mountain, what are you building now? Please excuse me for not calling you Dad. I prefer Mike Mountain. What are you building just now? Everybody's chatting amongst themselves. Edward Leonard's in. How you doing, Edward? Good evening. I hope you're keeping well, my friend. So, does anyone have any... Oh, Fox! Fox! Oi, Fox! Fox! Constant, I still have my stalkers and haters. It's them that's sad. I get paid for the adverts they watch me for. Yeah. Well, you've never had a thumbs down off of me, mate, and I get them as well. So, yeah. Fox! Fox! Speak to me, Mr. Model Making Guru. I have a question for you. Basically, I'm on the cadge. Good for you, Edward. What are you building at the moment? Apologies about my hairstyle. I'm just kind of like, fuck it. I think I'm getting more of my face to wash every day, and I think I'm trying to hang on to what I can. Should I do a live stream, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and grab all the old people back in? That would be funny. Everybody beating each other. Maybe a laugh. I've just been buying models, haven't really built in a while. Would rather be on the water. While the weather's there, Johnny, go out sailing, mate. So, Colin, you're not getting into the bike build? I don't know about that one. Fox is going, you can just ask the question, you know, it's your stream. Right. You built, I think you're one of the first ones to build, the Space 1999 22-inch transporter. But you had the one with special decals that had all the extra shading panels. Do you have any of the decals left, was my question. I'm willing to pay for what you've got left. It just... Yeah, because you know all the light grey shading squares that it's like for panels and all that near the end. That was part of the. I think you got a premium kit, and I've just got the standard one. Edward Leonard saying, trying to get some more due to paint, Terry. So I've been building $1 million worth of Lego. I've always loved Lego, and I've noticed quite a few streams, gross models and stuff, building Lego kits. I've got a couple of friends that like building Lego as well. It's quite expensive though, although now that it's out of patent, you can get parts that are not strictly Lego. So yeah. And you love Colin and Scaly's bike build. It's a riot. I haven't seen it, so give me some info. I do not have them anymore. I need them someone else, I'm afraid. That's fine. That's fine, folks. I was just asking on the off chance. It's not going to be a competition or anything. It's just like I thought. I like those decals that you put on. I'll maybe be able to get them as aftermarket. It was just on and off chance. Edward saying, I have a sheet of these decals. I had to pay a lot for them. You're in America, though, Edward, aren't you? Still not finished mine yet. Johnny, though, I'd say Colin is finished. So what are you building, Mike and Colin, bike-wise? Because Mike is not traditionally a bike builder. Interested to find out what you've been up to. As I say, I've not been on Facebook. I've not watched all the YouTube videos and stuff. I'm playing catch up here. So what are you building at the moment? So you're doing a buddy build with Colin on a bike. What are you building? Colin's quite a big, quick builder, actually. Why have I got top chat? I should have live chat enabled. There we go. Not that it makes any odds. Johnny's saying, I'm pretty sure you've both done the bikes. Fox is saying, are you going to get another Orc Stomper on calling it? Fox, is the Orc Stomper, is that Warhammer 40k or is that more on the fantasy side stuff that I like? I can't remember what they were called again. You had like Warhammer 40k and then you had the fantasy. Is it the fantasy side? Build. Oh, here we go. Right. Colin saying he's been building, cheating, a Triumph 3HW19 scale. Is that the war type bike, the green bike? John Paul said, I posted a video of my son's build and YouTube took it down. Why, John? Edward saying someone cheated, right? Colin saying, stop trying to get me in the hole, mister. Yeah, okay. Usual banter and shooting in the chat, which is quite funny. Now, I'm trying to remember now. There was a build we were doing that somebody cheated on. I can't remember what one it was. There was a group build we did back when it was the old gang. And somebody cheated. Actually, I think it was Festa that cheated, but okay. Sigmars and stuff that I like, Fox, yeah. I like the dragons and that, and Sigmar. Sigmar Age of whatever it's called, yeah. Paul saying the Beetle. I think it was the Beetle. I can't remember. We're going back to somebody did cheat on something, and I think Colin raised it. I can't remember what it was. Somebody had already half built it or something, and we were all posting up the sprue shots. They were posting up, half the body, and that's done. That's the one. That's the one Colin's saying, the beatable. Dave and all that started first. That's right. Dave even had a surfboard on it. Yeah. Yeah, there was a little bit of cheating sometimes in the buddy builds. What's Fox saying? The only thing I could get you is a spare transatlantic cable to reach at the bottom to allow you to climb out. What's he trying to say? Colin, what is Fox trying to say? He's trying to say if he was trying to dig you out the shite, you'd need a transatlantic cable. Elaborate. This is all the fun that I've been missing on. Yeah, daft buggers. Right, for a laugh, does anyone want to join in on this stream just to make it a bit more funky? If so, hit me a messenger. Johnny, it's always Fox's fault. That's quite funny. Actually asked me, do you want to allow Colin's comment of Fox, you are a turd? Of course, I clicked yes, but some other mod had handled it first. Right, what's Mike saying? Now, there's this thing, Fox. I could do another, but I'm not falling down the hole again. You're in a hangout. This would be a StreamYard thing that you could possibly pop out in a separate one, Colin. Whilst you're still in hangout, but I don't know how to go with the muting and stuff. Just let me know. Hit me on Messenger if you're up for it, but you would need to mute what else you were in. I don't know. Up to you guys. Mike's also welcome. So's Fox and Paul. Folk that I'm used to streaming with. Sue, Paul. I can send you a StreamYard link and you can pop in beside me and we can all have just a big laugh. Totally up to you. Fox is going, I resemble that remark. That's a saying I do use a lot. How dare you? I resemble that remark. Freedom. Yeah. Two seconds. I'm just checking my Facebook different what's it. That should be on that one. Okay, that's cool. Apologies, I was just checking my bits and bobs, as you do. So, open invitation to Mr. Fox, and Mr. Festa, Mr. Scaly Models, Ice Queen, and Plastic Monkey. If you're not already in a hangout or whatever, I can send you a StreamYard link where you can all join in with me and we'll just shoot the breeze. Totally up to yourself, totally random, don't have to. Options there if you want to use it. The only thing is you guys have all been building models and I've built fuck all, so that's, yeah, that might be a bit embarrassing. However, the dark rum is flowing nicely. However, I'm not drunk. Not yet. It was quite funny. The last Tuesday I did a live stream. I don't know why. I think it was my Irish friend, John Reeves. And I decided to take the mickey out of him. And I was talking about sheep and how you got special wellies and stuff. And from 20 people viewing, it went down to 12 rather quickly. So I've decided that possibly I might not talk about Welsh people and their love of sheep. I know it's a kind of family-orientated show, but it's after the watershed, you know. Right, here's a quick one for all the model making ones out there. If you had £500 right now, so what's that? American dollars, $750 or something like that. What kit would you buy and why? Right, Fox just lost me. What is a stomper build? Because they're saying basically, Mike Mountain, I would make it worth your while if you and Colin do a stomper buddy build. I'll get one to make it a threesome. Ooh, yeah. And we'll even do the painting on the streams too. Ed's saying, I thought it was funny. Yeah, some snowflakes don't like it though, Edward. Mike Mountain's away. Been a blast. Catch you all again sometime. Take care, mate. Look after yourself. Ice cream. Would you like to rephrase that? Colin's going deal. Right, so what is a stomper then? Big, massive dad hugularity. Yeah. So what's a stomper? What's a stomper? Somebody enlighten me. Is this sort of war hamster lingo? And I don't know what a stomper is. These guys are all having banter between each other in the chat. And I've not got a bloody clue what they're on about. Mike's saying he's got a Google voucher if you want it. Mike, what the fuck are they on about? I just splashed. Fox is saying he just splashed myself to the tune of £90 there, huh? It's got to be Games Workshop related, surely. Oh, what's this? DS. This looks like spam, I think. We seem to have somebody spamming. Never mind that one. Mike, look after yourself if you're away. Colin's going, Fox, that got you, didn't it? It's an orc stomper vehicle. So you're talking war hamster kind of stuff thing, Col. Aye. I do like all the vehicles, but 90 quid. Fox is saying he sponged myself right. Actually, I think that deserves a. I haven't seen a comment like that tonight, so I'm going to put it up there. And you can make up your own mind there. Yeah, he spanged himself right in the whatever those gentlemen's parts may be. Night, Mike. Right in the bollies. Where are the bollies? You into Bollywood, Fox? Or did somebody kick you in the bollies near your wood? So, yeah, folks that are sitting there in the background, please don't be shy. There's about 14 crazy people watching this. Yes, it's a model making related channel. Yes, tonight I was going to be on about depression and anxiety and how it affects us all and how modeling helps us. But it's turned into a bit of a scream. So if you're not watching the main feed on the main YouTube channel, click the main YouTube channel, live stream, and you can sit and chat with us all. Right, so Colin's in there, Mr. Festa. Time for me to head off. Top my pit. Early night for you, mate. But actually, yeah, I'm coming up to 2 hours now, and it's probably about time for the rest of the end of the stream. So I would like to thank each and every one of you for popping in this evening. And hope to see more of you soon. Still struggling with my mental health, trying to get into a routine and stuff. But yeah, glad everyone popped in, said hello, had a bit of giggle with me. Some of them disappeared because there were snowflakes. So until I'm going to try and do a regular Tuesday, but don't hold me to it. I'm going to catch up in the last chat, and then I'm going to say good night. So Ice Queen Sue is saying night all. Paul saying, yeah, got to go. Good to see you. Catch you later, Paul. Edward Leonard's going, night. Festa hugs. You're going to hug him. Ooh. Johnny saying, I think I'm going to build something different just to get a fresh start on modelling. Well, good luck with that, Johnny. Good luck to everybody that's been on the channel. Stay safe. Until my next ramblings, which will be at short notice, look after yourselves. Enjoy your hobby. Enjoy your hobby. Happy modelling. And see you later, guys. Talk to you later. Bye. Right, where'd the button go?